Alright guys, I'm here bringing you the finals match of our first split format tournament. We have Bidoof against Salty Cheetos, and that matchup will be Odion versus Volcanics. So Odion's going to start off with the classic set traps and pass. Interesting, Bidoof chose not to make it obvious that he has Gores right off the bat by just passing on an empty board. But in the process he played into a Heavy Storm. And we're going to see an Armageddon Knight, send Plague Spreader. Did I say Cheetos was on Volcanics? I meant TeleDAD. Cheetos is playing TeleDAD, not Volcanics. Volcanics doesn't play either of these cards. So we're going to swing for 1400, and that Heavy Storm did turn Gores on.
6-star this fucker now.
So we're going to go ahead and get a 1400 token, and then Cheetos is going to go Plague Spreader, probably making Coral Dragon here. Pop that Gores by discarding a card. Ooh, discarding Malicious. This would be a cool time for a rank 6, but I don't think TeleDAD had one. This is where I would go into the B Trooper if I had one. The level 12, I think he means the Battle Wasp. The level 12 generic synchro. I don't know why he went ahead and made the Malicious if couldn't do anything with it. Interesting. But that Coral Dragon will draw a card. So that's nice. And we're going to set 2 more traps and pass. And two more spells and traps and pass. One is the bait, Temple of the Kings. Cheetos is in a good spot here, but Odion, I don't know. Cheetos is in a good spot here. But Mirror Force might buy some time. That Armageddon Knight's not doing anything. It looks like Cheetos has no pressure. So Bidoof actually is getting all the time in the world to draw some traps and find a way out of this. And eventually he is going to see Man of the Mark, which gets negated by Solemn Warning. Extremely valid. That card is difficult to out. I don't know exactly. I can't think of off the top of my head what options TeleDAD has to out it. Because it can't be destroyed, you know, so Coral Dragon doesn't stop it. Dad itself doesn't stop it. Brian Act just puts it back in the hand and normal summon again. So I totally understand the Solemn Warning there. Goblin Zombie is going to hit and mill that Dimensional Prison. Bidoof says, I don't need a Mirror Force. I have time. We're going to Tribute Summon Gores. That's quite the decision. I would have just kept hitting with the Goblin Zombie, honestly. But I guess you do run the risk of like milling Anubis or something, or just more traps for Anubis to use for fodder. Barrows comes down, and that is going to banish 2 spells and traps and a monster. Cheetos is in a very strong position here. Bidoof has basically nothing going on, and Cheetos has a Barrows with 2 back row, both of which are very real. Plague Spreader is going to get hit by the Banishing Trap Hole, preventing a Synchro Summon, and we're going to swing for 3100. Bidoof sets a trap. This might buy us a single turn by going in defense mode. Can only summon in the main phase, so Cheetos does get to respond, or do things in reaction to that. And we're going to swing for 2500 for game. Bidoof just, like he said, did not draw any monsters, just do trap after trap after trap. And eventually, the board fell apart to a Barrows. That's how it goes. Barrows, pretty good card. I believe it banished that Mirror Force, which was Bidoof's only out to it at the time. Cheetos said, well, crap. Bidoof has the goated Odion start of normal summon man set 4. Verdict of Anubis is very capable of negating a Heavy Storm if it comes down. And all 3 of these back row are very solid. Ooh, okay, yeah. Verdict only works if you have 3 other sets, so if Cosmic hits one of those, Verdict is no longer live. So he does have to just use it on that. Armageddon Knight comes down, and we're going to see a TeleDAD do TeleDAD things. E-Tele for Crebons. Didn't wait for the Maui to activate. Interesting. Maybe Bidoof wanted to keep the Maui in the deck to see if Cheetos Dead draws it. Maybe that was the idea of shotgunning Torrential. Oof. Dad is immediately live after that. That makes a lot of sense. And Bidoof set a card so he can no longer Divine Wrath. But we have bottomless, right? Yeah, we're fine. Oh, no, we're not fine. Dark Bribe comes down. Holy crap. Okay. Bidoof draws off Dark Bribe, making Divine Wrath live. So we're still fine. 2 cards for each player. Pretty simplified game state. Maui's gonna come out, and Network is gonna banish that. Bidoof is down to a single card. And it is, wow, that is a good counter to Raikou, because Raikou's gonna pop it, and then Goblin Zombie is going to get a search. We did mill Anubis though, which is, we have 2 Anubis now. And plenty of traps to use for them to summon. This is a very simplified game state, and I'm quite interested to see how it goes. Goblin Zombie's gonna search Zombie Master, heck yeah. Able to make a rank 4 next turn. Anubis is gonna come out and swing for 3,000. Which can be outed by Silent Honor Arc. Ooh, 2 Anubis. 2 Anubis. We did mill that second Anubis off Raikou. Swinging for 6,000. Thankfully, no Gores on Cheetos' side. Deep Prison not the best card here, but it does something. We're going to bring out that Goblin Zombie. Probably make an Honor Arc here. I guess in defense mode. And steal one of those Anubises. Oh, in attack mode. Don't even care. We're just going to go in attack mode. Yeah, it can protect itself from battle 1 time after stealing something. So we're going to take one of those Anubis. And then what? Set a back row. I'm going to wait to find out what it is. We're going to swing into the Honor Arc, and it just takes it. I don't know why he didn't put it in defense mode. He's down to 100 life points. Playing it quite risky. But yeah, that puts the Anubis in grave for Bidoof to revive again. And he is now out of trap, so I'll have to activate one of these face downs in order to make that Anubis summonable again. But that's pretty easy when they're... these are... Whatever Cheetos does, Bidoof can respond with one of these, basically. We're going to set what looks like a Mizuki and pass. At 100 life points. Oh, it's a Dark Bribe. Yeah, Bidoof has quite the insane position here. Okay, and we're gonna Solemn Warning the Barrows, of course. Dark Bribe. That's insane. Barrows just outed. Okay, never mind. No, it didn't. We have Bottomless. That would have been crazy. Wait, hold on. Sorry, what? We did summon. Oh, okay, yeah. Solemn was in the summon window. Bottomless is in the summon response window. So that is a legal activation. Barrows will banish the other 2, or some other back row, and one of the Anubis. And now Cheetos just needs a way to out this 1 Anubis. And then also not take 100 damage in the process, ever. We can search another Zombie Master here, probably. Or Goblin Zombie, because do we have Mizuki in the grave still? We don't. That might have been the only copy of Zombie Master in the deck. Unfortunate, because a Honor Arc would be very, very good here, protecting itself from Mirror Force. All Bidoof needs is 100 damage. We're gonna search a Mizuki. And let's see if Cheetos can do anything. Nope, we're just gonna set the Mizuki. And Bidoof has all the back row. And it looks like this is gonna be game. Yep, so we're 1-1. This final game decides who will win the first split format tournament of 2025. And Cheeto says his hand sucks, so that does not bode well for him. Gonna start off with a proactive synchro summon of a Coral Dragon. Very low value Coral Dragon, nothing to pop. Very, very low value. But I guess it does prevent Bidoof from attacking for 100 or for 1,000 with man. Heavy Storm's gonna get a +1 there. Coral Dragon is gonna pop the Raikou, so we ended up getting value out of it after all. Bidoof said that probably cost me the game. Oh, he thought Coral Dragon was only on summon, not every turn. So he set that Raikou playing right into the Coral Dragon. I mean, the Fiendish would have helped, but Cheetos has Heavy Storm to stop it. Or Chain Cosmic would have also stopped it. Gonna swing 2,400 into no Gores and set a back row. Man of the Mark can come down, and Coral Dragon cannot out that on its own. Because both it and Temple of the Kings cannot be destroyed by card effects now. That means Dark Hole also is resolvable without destroying the man, which is exactly what's going to happen. Coral Dragon draws a card. We have Anubis in the graveyard, but not quite enough traps to revive it yet. So we're just going to swing for 1,000. Does that hit a D prison? It does not hit a D prison. And Cheetos has 3 cards to work with, and it's just going to set one and pass. Man is going to get not banished. Maybe he meant to attack. Just gonna hit for another 1,000. Maybe we win in 6 more turns. Search Verdict of Anubis, and that is not quite live. We don't have... Oh yeah, okay, it counts face-up spells and traps too. Cheeto's thinking on resolution. Gonna Cosmic Cyclone to make that Verdict a dead set. Because now we only have 2 others. Oh, but this can activate the turn it's set because that Temple of the Kings allows that once per turn. And that is going to add a Embodiment of Apophis. And now Verdict is once again live. Oh, we're going to bottomless the trap. It does not get destroyed. Man with the Mark does protect it from being destroyed by card effects. It is an Apophis monster. Doesn't come up a lot, but it came up just now. So that bottomless... I guess that was a legal activation. It just fizzles, but I guess it was legal. And then we're going to link off those 2 traps to make Anubis summonable. I'm doing a lot of stuff in the main phase too, which is interesting. Oh, main phase 1? What? Why? What? Okay, Bidoof just realized he thought he was in main phase 1. That's why he did so many plays. But this is a pretty hard board to out. And we're going to see a 3rd Man in the Mark come down. Crazy. And get that Apophis right back. Oh, no we can't. Not a searchable, not a legal search target. But he can get another Temple of the Kings. And we just attack for game here, assuming no gores. Pretty simple stuff. So Bidoof ends up taking the match. Nope, there's a gores. That's crazy. There is a gores. Anubis will simply kill it. And Bidoof probably wins next turn. I wouldn't hold my breath for a comeback against Triple Man with the Mark, double Temple of the Kings, and an Anubis. Cheetos isn't going down without a fight though. Flag Spreader's gonna come out, maybe make a Bryanak? Oh, maybe make an Ancient Fairy Dragon. How will you out the 3-man? That's the thing, I don't think he will. Oh, Banishing Trap Hole is gonna prevent that Synchro Summon. And it looks like Cheetos is accepting his tragic defeat. He's going to pass. We make an Honor Arc. That can't steal anything. Neither of those special summon monsters are in attack mode, but it can still summon. We simply clear board here, deal 1600 damage. And yeah, Bidoof still has this unbreakable board. And another back row for Cheetos to have to push through. Moshes comes out. We see a Dark Arm Dragon that cannot do very much, but it can pop the Anubis and swing over the Honor Arc and pop some back row. It's pretty good value, Dark Arm Dragon. I don't think it'll be enough, but it is pretty good value, Dark Armed. Bidoof realizes he could have summoned his 2nd Anubis last turn to attack for game. 2nd Anubis. Oh yeah, there are 2. Yeah, he could have attacked for game last turn. He didn't realize. But he can just do it this turn. We're chilling. Attack over Dark Armed, attack over Malicious, and then attack for game. Is that game? No, that's still not game. Almost. Gores comes down at 300 life points. Crazy. Cheetos is really making Bidoof work for it. Cannot blame him. Don't go down without a fight, my friend. We're gonna summon Nerva the Power Patron. This card never comes out. But that is 3 monsters with different types. And it is a 3300 beat stick. Pretty cool. And Anubis can just revive itself right afterward. I don't know why Bidoof didn't play the Cosmic there. Alright, GG. That was quite the match. That was honestly pretty close. This game was kind of a blowout, but the other 2 were quite fun to watch. So that concludes our first split format tournament. Bidoof takes the win with Odion. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.